In today's video, I'm going to be installing a rear link skid plate on my 2010 Toyota FJ Cruiser. This installation is applicable for all Toyota 4Runners from the 2003 up to the present 2021 model year, all FJ Cruisers, the Lexus GX 460, as well as the Lexus GX 470. The skid plate we're using for today's install is from Total Chaos Fabrication. I'll put a link to it in the description below if you want to check it out. I actually got it from a subscriber on my channel who lives nearby and had sold his FJ Cruiser. Now, if you guys saw the recent video where Lauren and I took the FJ Cruiser off-roading, did a little bit of rock crawling, this actually would have come in handy, and this was sitting in the garage at the time. I just hadn't got around to doing the installation. I'll put a clip up real quick so you can take a look and see what this is protecting for you. The install is a little bit difficult. I just did the driver's side of the vehicle for this installation. We're doing the passenger side. It wasn't the most fun, but I managed to get it work without too much trouble. But be ready for a little bit of a headache. So the first step is to jack up the vehicle and remove the rear wheel and tire, and then you need a 12mm wrench to remove the rear brake line here. All right, go ahead and set this bolt and washer aside, and you'll see this is disconnected from that rear link arm now. With the brake line disconnected, now we're ready to remove this bolt at the front of the rear link arm. The instructions from Total Chaos actually tell you to remove the entire bar, but I found on the driver's side that it wasn't really necessary to remove the back end, so I'm going to do the same thing here and just remove that bolt at the front. You will want to take a ratchet strap and attach it between the axle and the hitch, just to make sure that the axle doesn't shift forward when you remove this. I also found that using a bottle jack was helpful to get this hole lined up again to get the new bolt passed back through, so that might be helpful for the install. But if you've got good ratchet straps and you get it nice and snug, then you might be okay without that. So we've got a 19mm bolt here. We're gonna go ahead and remove that, and then we'll drop down this rear link arm. The next step is to install the skid plate. The TC is gonna face out on either side, so these are side specific. We're gonna push this up into position, and then this is gonna slide on over this here. This is a tight squeeze. This is the hardest part of the installation. You'll see on the inside here, we got these little ridges that are sticking out, so it's pretty tight. What you're gonna wanna do is take a rubber mallet and basically hit it on to get into position, and then we'll get the holes lined up before we pass the bolt through. So getting this hole lined up is a challenge as well. You can see that I had to get creative here with my bottle jack between the axle and this little mount here. That pulled this arm back to line that hole up. Now that the hole is lined up, we're ready to pass through the new bolt. Once this bolt is through, then we're going to put in a washer on the other side and the 7/8 nut that comes with it. Go ahead and start by hand tightening this. And then this is a 13/16. We're going to go ahead and take a wrench on either side, tighten these up, and then we'll get to the brake line. With that tightened, we're ready to reinstall the brake line. We got our 12mm bolt that we had set aside previously. A little bracket here, comes up. Little tab pops in. Start by getting in there just hand tight, and it'll tighten up with our wrench. After that, we've just got to reinstall our wheel and tire, drop down the vehicle, and you're good to go. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and for more FJ Cruiser videos, be sure to subscribe. In the meantime, thanks for watching.